I'm doing my persuasive speech today on the dangers of texting while driving. Okay. I'm going to start off telling you a little story about a boy. His name was Reggie Shaw, and he was 19 years old. And he lived his life like a normal 19-year-old boy, went to school and worked. But on September 22nd, 2006, his life changed drastically. He was on his way to work that day and driving, and got a text message and decided he would text while he was driving. I'm sure this wasn't the first time he had texted, but today this was going to change his life, because while he was texting, he swerved over the center line and hit an oncoming car. This caused that car to spin out and hit an oncoming truck that was heading at him, and both the driver, the other car, and the truck were killed instantly. Reggie was the only survivor of this accident. Now, can you imagine the stress he probably felt? And not only that, he was then charged with neglected homicide and was put in jail for 30 days and put on a probation period, along with the fact that he had to live knowing that he killed somebody for the rest of his life. All for a text. Now, did you really think that text was worth it? Is texting worth that chance? Well, I'm here to talk to you today because texting while driving is a very serious danger for Americans. Nearly 50% of all teens have admitted to texting while driving, and yet many still say it's dangerous, but yet they do it. And so, is it worth that chance? What if that would have been you? What if next time you're just like Reggie Shaw? Virginia Tech Transportation Institute and the Transportation Research Laboratory did some studies showing about the dangers of texting while driving. They both have some statistics and have done many research studies to reveal how dangerous it really is. And so I'm going to explain to you what these dangers are and the actions that need to be taken by America to prevent more accidents and lives being lost. So, texting has become more and more popular over the years. It's as cell phones have become more popular. Everybody has phones. Texting has become a convenient way to get a hold of people when you don't want to talk or when you're in a hurry. And along with this convenience, has posed dangers while driving. And one of the reasons it's such a great danger while driving is because it decreases your reaction time. And Virginia Tech, in one of their studies, showed that a driver texting has an increased chance of an accident by 23% over someone who is not distracted. And that's a pretty big number to consider, that you're taking that chance all to send a text. And the Transportation Research Lab, it's over in Europe, they've done a study and it showed that your reaction time is 35% slower while texting. And that's a pretty big percentage. And I mean, with it, you get not just the decreased time you're distracted, it's also a visual distraction compared to other distractions, which is why it's so dangerous, because your eyes are off the road. And let's say Virginia Tech says a normal text takes 4 to 6 seconds to send. And in 4 to 6 seconds, let's say you're traveling 55 miles an hour, that is the length of a football field. And a lot can happen across the football field when you're driving. And this is why I'm trying to get you to realize that that's a long time. I mean, it may not seem that big of a deal sending that text, but it is a major distraction versus other distractions that people have. We take seriously drunk driving. They make so many rules. They say it's dangerous. Well, let's look at the statistics. They say it decreases your reaction time by 12% when you're drunk, according to transportation research. And if you're getting high and driving, well, that's a 21% decrease, but it's still less than the 35% decrease in your reaction time when you're texting, which poses, if we take drunk driving so serious and these statistics say texting is more dangerous, why aren't there laws? Only about 13 states have banned it right now. So why is that? So it's obvious there's dangers. What can we do, or what needs to be done about that? Well, first off, it needs to be banned nationwide, not just some states, but all across the nation. This needs to be banned so that it can prevent this from happening more. Driving is taken seriously, so why can't we take actions just like that to ban it? Also, they need to educate their drivers, because if you just tell them something's illegal, well, people break laws, but we got to have educational systems to make them aware of why it's so dangerous, what can happen, just like Reggie Shaw, and give testimonies of something to make people aware. And so you can have methods like that. I'm going to show you a method that Europe is using, a video they released to make people aware, something that we should try.
Hi, Jane. For make tools, fancy you. Hả? Sao rất funny nào? Temper.
Okay. Well, that's just there's a little bit more of the clip if you look online, but just looking at that, I mean, it makes you realize that it really is a danger. And now, not every time you text, you're gonna get in an accident. Is it worth that chance? Is it worth if you're a teenager? What if you died or losing your friends or something I mean, as parents, is it worth not telling your kids about it or letting them text and not trying to stop them? Well, I mean, what if something happened? And that's what America has to realize, that is a very serious danger, and something needs to happen. So I'm calling America to take charge and strive for change. First off, I mean, we need to press the nation to ban it. I mean, the citizens need to push for this ban to happen. But not only that, you've got to take charge in your personal lives and at schools. If you're a parent, educate your teens. And if you're a teen and you understand this, well, if you have a friend texting, discourage them from texting. If you're in a car with others, maybe send a text for them. And make people aware, and do everything you can to make people aware of this danger of texting while driving. You may find the urge to want to text while driving, but always remember that one day you could be like Reggie in the beginning of the story. You could be like this girl in this video, and you could either die or you could be the cause of someone else dying. Is it worth that risk for that 5-second text? And so that's what I'm here today, is to tell you it's not worth it and to don't text. Here's my bibliography page for it. Just some of my sources. I had some web types. The first one was the Virginia Tech Research Lab. I had my YouTube video. The Transportation Research Lab was also out of the UK, and they had a lot of studies. I had a couple sources about the dangers of texting while driving, and another one that had some more information about the Reggie Shaw and his story. And so that was my sources, and that was my speech.